God is so amazing. He's done some supernatural things in my life. He loved me before I even knew how to love myself. I was 15 years old when I had my daughter. I grew up in around a gang lifestyle, and I was 6 months pregnant when her dad went to prison for 108 years. And because I was so prideful, I thought I could do it on my own. Didn't need anyone's help. Went through some pretty hard times. The school that I attended was a gang-infested school. It was where rival gangs went to school, and you had to give your palabra that you were going to leave your hood outside, and you were there for one thing. But with that being said, there was always drive-bys and fights breaking out, so they eventually shut it down, so I didn't get to finish school. And there was a couple times I was told that I was nothing, that I was never going to amount to anything, that I was typical, pregnant at 15, baby daddy in prison for the rest of his life. Whatever job I got, I was always getting in a fight, so I was getting fired. I remember I got a job at Stater Brothers. There was a lady there that was constantly speaking life into me, and I didn't know it at the time. She was grooming me. She's like, Mija, why don't you fill in your lips? Mija, why don't you let your eyebrows grow out? Maybe let your curl dry and I look at her like, who does she think she is? But I started listening to her. My vocabulary started changing. Started telling me to go out and hang out with certain girls, and I didn't feel like I was worthy, although I was tough on the outside, but inside I was very broken. As my daughter was growing up, I knew that, I was meant for more, she was meant for more. My biggest fear was for her to repeat my cycle, to get pregnant at 15, And so all I did was just speak life into her, try to be the example of what she shouldn't follow. And I was never ashamed of where I came from. I was very open with her, but also try to, just constantly instill belief into her. And with that, today, my baby girl's 25 years old, just got married. She knows exactly who she is. And I know now that that's because of the relationship that I allowed myself to have and let God come into my life and let Him restore my brokenness. I can't even put it into words how when you open yourself up and allow Him to love you and allow Him to guide you in the direction that He created you to be, that the opportunities and the life that we could have is priceless. And that's the way that other people saw me. But the way that God saw me was that I am amazing, that I am able and capable as long as I allow myself that opportunity. I am so grateful to see the young woman in Christ that my daughter has become, not because of the person I was, but because of the person that she saw me become, the woman she saw me become through Christ. Because my biggest fear was always her repeating my cycle. I was always the example of what not to be. But then when I allowed Christ to shape me into the woman that He designed me to be, and I became the example of what she should be, is just an amazing feeling. And I'm so proud and so honored.